what is pollo guisado? Puerto Rican stewed chicken. It's easy, it's delicious, it's fucking awesome. You can easily impress anyone with it, and it'll take you about 35-45 minutes. What's so special about mine? I just do mine a little differently. It's not the typical sazon packet in the fridge, blended up sofrito shit. Nah, we're doing it authentico. We're doing that real Boricua shit, man. I say you don't have to clean your chicken and whatever, but I just feel comfortable cleaning my chicken, and I like using lemon. All right, so we gotta drain this chicken, let it dry off pretty good, and then we're gonna season it. All right, so for the seasonings, you're gonna need some sea salt, garlic powder, ground black pepper, onion powder, turmeric, and ground cumin. So I don't actually measure my ingredients. I just kind of coat the chicken. You can never go wrong adding decent amount of garlic, decent amount of onion powder. The turmeric's really there, just there for a bit of color. There we go, that looks about right. So the next two ingredients I'm going to be using are achote seeds or annatto seeds, and some kind of oil. You could use canola oil, vegetable oil. I'm using coconut oil. There we go. And just a small amount of achote seeds. You want to make sure your heat is not too high, because these will easily burn. Now you want to make sure you remove all these seeds. You don't want none of that in your stew. So this achote oil, to me, I feel like it's one of the key ingredients in the pollo guisado, because it just gives it a very unique flavor. This is what makes it very distinct to me. Now I'm going to fry this chicken in the achote oil. That's what's going to give it a nice color. Alright. Make sure your oil's hot before you put the chicken in. You don't want your chicken to get all greasy and soggy. So you don't actually want to fully cook this chicken. You just want to cook it about halfway through, because we are going to add it to the stew, so it's going to continue to cook once it's inside. So I'm going to transfer my chicken now. Be careful, because this achote oil, it does stain pretty bad. Alright, so now we got all this gunk at the bottom of the pot. But don't worry, we're actually going to put that in the sofrito. Alright, so for the sofrito, I'm going to chop up some cilantro, some culantro, some garlic, a red bell pepper, a yellow onion, and a Cubanelle pepper. But if you can't find this, a green pepper works just as well. Alright, cool. Now we're going to start adding our ingredients to the achote oil. First goes in our onions. Alright, we're not trying to brown this or anything, we just want it to sweat a bit. I'm always happy when I get to use the garlic crusher. Now I'm going to add in some tomato sauce and a little bit of tomato paste. I'm also going to pour a bit of chicken broth in here. Add in some more of my seasonings. So to this, I'm going to add in some olives, 2 small bay leaves, some dried oregano, All right, now I'm gonna chop up some potatoes and some carrots. Some potatoes and some carrots. Alright, about to add in the rest of my chicken broth. You want to add in just enough to cover the chicken. You don't want to add in too much. This isn't a soup after all. So I just added in the rest of my chicken. Now I'm going to let it sit for about 20 minutes. Then I'm going to add in my carrots and potatoes. Man, the house smells amazing right now. Yeah, this is gonna taste better than your abuela's pollo guisado. Trust me. Now I'm just gonna add in my potatoes and carrots. Alright, so next I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna be making a roux for the pollo guisado. And all I need for that is equal parts butter and flour. So first you wanna melt your butter. I have my stove on medium high, it's just a little bit over medium. Now I'm gonna start incorporating the flour. And you want to make sure to keep stirring this continuously. Don't stop, don't leave it unattended. This will burn quickly. This is the color you want your roux to be. After you're done, you're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then you're gonna add it into your stew. Alright, our stew is looking good, and we're almost done. Let me just check these potatoes really quickly. They need a little more time. You want to be able to run your fork straight through them, and it's got to be soft all the way through. That's when you know it's done. These need a couple more minutes. Then we'll be able to have the roux. It's going to be lit. Oh man. So now you want to taste your roux, make sure all the flavors are there. I just tasted mine. I need a little bit more cumin and a little bit more salt. I urge you to really, just add in whatever you like. Like if you want a little more onion, add in more onion powder. If you like it a little more garlicky, add in a little more garlic powder. Just customize it to your flavor palette, So, let's get those flavors in there. Nice. These potatoes are cooked perfectly. Like any more time and they're probably gonna crumble. So I turned my heat off and I'm actually ready to add in my roux now. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Wow, this is nice. It's like peanut butter. The natural kind. The one where you open the lid and it just like spills out. You don't have to add in the whole thing. I'm gonna test this little amount here and see how thick it gets my stew. I don't want it to be too thick. Let's see. Alright. Might be better if I stir with this bad boy. Oh, it smells so good in here. Sheesh, this meat is like falling off the bone. Do you see that? Wow. Yeah, keep yourself together, baby. Sheesh. Alright, so this, it's still a little bit runny. I'm gonna add a little bit more of my roux in there. Flavor Town. Alright. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, this ain't your grandma's pollo guisado. Beautiful. That's it. Pollo guisado. Buen provecho. Now for the best part. you get to watch me eat the thumbnail. If you haven't tried this already, do yourself a favor and make yourself a pollo guisado. Don't order it from a restaurant or anything like that or have someone make it for you. Just make this recipe right here.